So back in 2014, we were indeed supposed to get a GTA 5 single-player DLC expansion, but we never actually got it. Now we know the reason why Rockstar Games decided to can it, and I honestly think it probably would have been a bad move for Rockstar Games to can it, because I agree that a lot of people would have loved to see a GTA 5 DLC update, story expansion update with, Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. I mean, the story mode from the game of single player was already fantastic. I mean, a lot of people were expecting to see the next part. Well, it looks like Rockstar Games did have their intentions to release something big for the GTA 5 DLC expansion update, but canned it at the last minute. And this is coming from an insider on Twitter. This is what he had to go on to say. He said, in case any of you aren't already aware of this, Rockstar actually announced GTA 5 story DLC back in 2014. It's such a shame that they never followed through. With this promise, it still hurts to think about what could have been. So that he is definitely right. It would honestly be cool if Rockstar Games would have released something like that, because we didn't know what the story DLC could feature. I mean, GTA 5 was pretty much about aliens and being abducted, so maybe there would be an expansion to that where we would get abducted or play as aliens and maybe part of the story or something like that. Maybe that probably wouldn't happen, but I mean, honestly, if Rockstar Games do like aliens and clowns, I'm sure they could come up with something for a DLC, or maybe something like an expansion with Trevor and Michael and Franklin's friendship. Maybe they would get along and be able to like hang out and have more missions together as them hanging out as friends or something like that. Anything you could think of that would be a DLC story update that could change the whole story of the game. It would be quite cool. So back in 2014, Rockstar Games happened to say this when they were talking about for the first time of the GTA story. They said on a Newswire post coming in 2014, expect big things in both Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 5 next year, including GTA Online Heist. As we all know, many of you in GTA Online community are super excited for the debut of the competitive heist, are currently in development, and we are working very hard to get them polished and as fun as they can be. Stay tuned for much more detail into the new year. GTA 5 story mode updates for those ready to jump back into story of Grand Theft Auto 5. We have big plans for the additional in 2014, continuing with Michael, Franklin, and Trevor's actions, mayhem, and unexpected adventures in southern San Andreas. Plus, much more will still be announced. So there you have it. As we read on the Newswire back in 2014, as Rockstar Games were talking about fun stuff like Heist coming, which we already know that have been out for ages, but this is kind of going back to what they had to say. They were talking about some New Year presents, and they were also mentioning that they have a lot more to do with Trevor, Franklin, and Michael and their mayhem and their adventure stories steps into the future, which kind of gives me a glimpse of what to really expect in the DLC. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below, what would the DLC feature? Would it, kind of get all them back together again, doing like lots of fun more missions together, maybe not arguing as much, as we know Michael and Trevor didn't have the best friendship in history because of, obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm sure most of you guys have played the game, but due to Brad being dead in the federal prison. So really it doesn't make sense why Rockstar Games would can this, and if they were doing it for GTA 6, 2014, that was a long time ago. Like, they could have had that done and out already, and that game could have been, that new update could have been out there already. But then you got to also think, GTA 6, we found out that was actually being, we actually found out that Rockstar Games were currently working on back in 2013, 2014 on GTA 6 already. It was kind of in the beta version, so they were working on it before we even knew that. We found that probably about a year ago when I talked about that on one of the videos. You guys remember a video where I talked about the development process for GTA 6? Well, that was that. I mean, they found that GTA 6 was being worked on in 2014, which is the same time where Rockstar Games were going to release the GTA 5 DLC story mode update. But still, they could have had time to make that up. They didn't have to cancel it, but nonetheless, that's what they did, and I think we could have seen a lot more fun with GTA 5 single player. We also have an update on that story mode. So the entitled Grand Theft Auto Story Mode DLC also was teased in the GTA 5 Story Mode updates on Rockstar's Newswire, where canceled downloadable content updates originally planned for Grand Theft Auto 5 first announced December 19th of 2013. They originally planned the release in 2014 along with the Heist update in Grand Theft Auto Online, which we kind of read that thread already. A few script codes for these unreleased content updates were intentionally implemented as the game files were 1.13/1.14. On November 12th of 2014, according to the CVG, who previously interviewed Leslie Benzie about the future of GTA Online before the levels of The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. And that could honestly be a reason why it got canceled too, because they made those two. That could be a part of it. With 12 out of 20 hour chunks of the new scripted solo content missions, and scheduled to release around the time of the PC version released of GTA 5. On October 23 of 2017, we have a Game Informer publish an interview article as the director of design, Inran Sewer. When asked about the DLC, he confirmed its cancellation due to the increased focus on GTA Online, as well as other projects such as Red Dead Redemption 2. Much of the content later influenced content updates of GTA Online, such as the Doomsday Heist in 2017, Diamond Casino Heist in 2019. So I think we just found our answer why it got canceled. It wasn't because of GTA 6, but I totally even forgot to mention, the Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and Damned. That took some time to make with Tony and, of course, Luis. And then you had, Johnny and the biker gang. You guys remember that sided game that you could do. It's kind of like the special pack edition where you could play as Luis, play as Johnny, or play as Nico in that collection pack. But I also forgot to mention that Red Dead Redemption 2 was still in its involvement as well. And then they were wanting to focus more on GTA 5 Online. So that kind of ruined our chances of the story DLC expansion, which kind of breaks my heart because I am a true Grand Theft Auto fan and I could honestly love to play that single player. Even if I'm still waiting for GTA 6, I would have loved to see what they could have done with that expansion pack. But I fell in love. I constantly made videos. I streamed. I literally played that story mode over and over and over. I think I played it 11 times in the last year of Red Dead Redemption 2 days because that game was fantastic. I loved Arthur Morgan. I loved the gang. It was just such a fun game. And I think I would be upset to not have that either. So if I had to pick between the expansion of GTA 5 and the Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm going to pick Red Dead Redemption 2 because I've always been a big fan of those games. But that kind of gives us kind of a conclusion of why it was canceled. So apparently there were pitches for 3 episodic packs: the Agent episode, the Zombie Apocalypse episode, and the Alien Invasion episode, as the update would also include a brand new casino heist featuring all new 3 protagonists. As the I can't speak today. The DLC section menu of the 1.14 Rockstar was accidentally left with a prototype of story DLC section menu and game files before being removed. They were possibly able by modding the game through the selective of any option concept. Main menu would crash in the game due to missing scripts and assets. The menu is very primitive background with the red text that highlights green upon selecting one of the options. The user has 3 choices as a GTA player: Trevor and Dead, and the next strings of the choices are held placeholders as the section screen is coded if the DLC is present. If the player owns a DLC, Agent Trevor, so we were able to have an Agent Trevor, like Trevor would have been working for the FIB in that instance, it would display Trevor as a GTA option, similar to players who own iZombies. Will display Dead. The GTA options, if both the DLCs are present, then both will be able. The leaked GTA 5 source code includes slightly of the updated version of the menu, instead of using placeholder strings, as the menu says Clifford and Norman, similarly instead of checking the zombies in checks of SP Norman, which is code name for the zombie DLC. So that's crazy how a zombie DLC and an Agent Trevor DLC all went canceled in 5 minutes. That would have been so cool to see. I totally forgot as well that Rockstar Games had plans for Trevor to become a FIB agent. And then you had a plan for zombies and aliens, something like that. So the apocalypse, that would have been pretty cool to see too. Because imagine how fun that would be as playing with a zombie apocalypse when you're playing the game. And then also trying to catch Agent Trevor, who has betrayed his friends. Otherwise, that would be a pretty cool DLC. But unfortunately, that has been soon to be patched. But anyway, guys, that is all the information I got for you guys on this video today. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily awesome videos such as GTA 6, Rockstar Games videos, and all the upcoming GTA 5 videos that I'll be doing on my channel. Subscribe for more of those. And of course, as always, guys, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you guys think about having Rockstar Games cancel a Agent Trevor DLC and a Zombie Apocalypse DLC. How do you guys feel about the cancel? Do you think it should have been worth it, especially for Red Dead Redemption 2 and all the other games? Because I really do feel bad that it got canceled, because it would have been kind of fun to play as zombies and have Trevor be an agent or FIB agent. But I would love to have Red Dead Redemption 2. But you guys can let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. And if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. And thanks so much for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys. Stay happy, healthy, and well. And I'll see you guys all later on the next video.